Hi folks, Greeno here, and I'm out and about again. Today I am in Devon. I'm close to a town called Honiton. Why am I here? Well, there's been a lot of stuff in the media recently, hasn't there, off the back of Jeremy Clarkson's successful Amazon Prime TV show about how we're all supposed to support our local farmers, eat more local produce. Now behind me here is a place called the Grazing Cow. Now this is a business that was set up in 2016 by a couple from local farming stock who wanted to showcase, again, local produce from local producers. They've been doing it a bit longer than Jeremy Clarkson has, to be fair, haven't they? Now, here they have a farm shop, a cafe, and I think there's even camping available here too. I hear they do a cracking breakfast, so that's what I'm here to try today. So, are we going to get good food? Is it going to get Greeno's green light? Let's go inside and find out, shall we? Guys, I've come in, got myself seated, got a lovely little table here, and it's really actually pretty busy in here. So I'm here at 11 o'clock. I did plan to get here earlier, but unfortunately there's a couple of big smashes on the road on the way down here, one of which really didn't look particularly good, so fingers crossed everybody's okay. So like I say, pretty busy in here. Most of the tables are full. There's people even eating outside because it's a reasonably nice autumnal day. Got the menu here, and it's really extensive. So they have a lot of different breakfast items, which apparently you can order all day long. There's no time limit on any of them. And then there's lunches, there's salads, sandwiches, jacket potatoes, omelettes, and a range of desserts too. Plus they also have a specials menu, which is printed in here, with a special breakfast here, special sandwiches, different special lunches. So it's a really, really extensive range of product here. What I'm going to go for myself is a normal kind of English breakfast, and I think we're going to go for the Grazing Cow large breakfast. That comes with 2 sausages, 2 bacon, the dreaded hash browns, grilled tomato, buttered toast, 2 eggs, buttered mushrooms, and baked beans. So yeah, we're going to take that with a couple of fried eggs, I guess, and a nice pot of tea. Sounds good to me. So I've ordered my breakfast, they're cooking that for me now. Pot of tea has just arrived, so we'll take a look at that in a second. There's a couple of things on the menu here that I perhaps should have taken notice of before I ordered the breakfast. They serve ploughman's lunches here. They've got one with ham and cheddar, one with cheddar, brie and Stilton, and a trio of smoked salmon, crab meat and prawns. Sounds more like a fisherman's lunch than a ploughman's lunch. But also, in their dessert menu, they have the afternoon teas here, which they also do. And there's a ploughman's afternoon tea, which comes with a cheese scone, cheddar cheese, ham, apple, chutney, and a hot drink. And that's just £9.95. That sounds really interesting. I might have to come back for that one day. There we are. That's the kind of colour of tea I like. Let's give it a try. So this is going to be piping hot. Now, it's taken me about 2 hours to drive here. Normally it would be about an hour's drive, but like I say, there was those 2 accidents that block the roads everywhere. So I am definitely in need of a cup of tea. And that is a good cup of tea. Oh, it's so hot, it was steaming my glasses up there as I had a little sip. Oh yeah, it's got to be a cup of tea with a full English breakfast, doesn't it? One of the things that's always handy for me to do while I'm waiting for the food to be cooked, always got your phone with you, and it's time to catch up on the YouTube comments. So people comment on my video, and I do try and reply to everyone if I can. And I really, really enjoy some of the comments that I see. People who are enjoying the videos, and maybe they have a little bit of constructive criticism. It's all good. So who have we got on here today so far? We've got Anne Blabbed, Joe Wiseman, David Mackworth. So I'll be replying to your comments very, very shortly. Yeah, thanks for everyone who joins in. Well, my breakfast has arrived. Take a look at this. It's a very, very full plate, that, isn't it? So I think you'll have to agree, this is a really good looking breakfast, isn't it? We've got the 2 sausages here, we've got 3 rashers of bacon, a big pile of mushrooms. We'll give them a try, but you know what I'm like with mushrooms. We've got the 2 fried eggs here, which look cooked very, very nicely. 2 hash browns, which in fairness, actually look quite nice as hash browns go. We have got some toast here. And what's quite good about this, have a look in there, look. They haven't actually sort of properly buttered it, but they've put a little pat of butter in there for me to sort it out myself. We have a little ramekin here of baked beans and half a tomato, which in fairness, again, looks pretty well cooked to me. There's a nice sort of charring on there. I like my tomatoes cooked pretty much all the way through. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt first onto the eggs. You've got to have a little bit of salt on your eggs, haven't you? And then we're going to tuck straight in. So, where are we going to start? Do you know what? Let's get it out of the way, shall we? I am going to try a mushroom. As we all know, I do not really like mushrooms. I like the flavour of mushrooms, I don't like the texture of mushrooms. But there's a good healthy portion of them here. What have we got? Probably just over a dozen individual mushrooms there. Let's try it. Again, I like the taste. I do not like the texture of them at all. So, whilst they're nice, they're buttered mushrooms. The flavour is nice. I just can't get on with that texture at all. So let's quickly move on to something else. We can get the flavour of that mushroom away. The sausages. Now these look really good, meaty sausages. Wow. Cooked nicely. Yeah. And they're really kind of firm, you know, so you know they're really meaty. So let's give it a try first on its own, and then we'll add some brown sauce shortly. That is a very, very nice sausage, that really is. That's like very meaty, slightly herby, a little bit of pepper in there. Not quite as much as you'd expect with a Cumberland or something like that, but there is definitely a herbiness to it. It's not just a bog standard pork breakfast sausage. Yeah, that's really nice. Let's try going for another little bit because it is delicious. Like I say, a really kind of solidly constructed sausage. So no kind of rusk or anything in there. This is obviously all meat and absolutely delicious. Bacon next. So we've got 3 rashers here of back bacon. Nice thick back bacon too. It really is thick back bacon. Look, see if you can see here on the camera how thick that slice of bacon is. For me, it's cooked just about enough. The fat here has got some coloration on it, so that should be a little bit crispy. And it is. It's unsmoked bacon. And like I say, because it is a nice thick piece, and with that fat crisped up, it's got a lovely salty flavour, but it's got a really good mouthfeel as well. It feels like you're chewing on something substantial. That really is tasty. Really tasty. I'm liking that. Hash brown next. Now, we all know my views on hash browns. I think there are better potato products you can put onto a breakfast, but we'll give it the benefit of the doubt until we try it. In fairness, they are nice big hash browns. And it's cooked nicely. Crispy on the outside. The inside is soft, but you still can pick up the texture there with the potato and the onion and everything. And like I say, really crispy on the outside. Nice and hot. You know what? If all hash browns tasted like this, I wouldn't have a problem with them. That's really, really nice. It doesn't mean I'm going to be changing my opinion on them generally, but those ones are actually good. Right, egg time. Now I'm going to bring you in closer for this, because of course we all like that little, the money shot, don't we, when the egg is cut and hopefully runs everywhere. Fingers crossed we're going to get it here today. So here we go, folks. There are 2 eggs here, like I say, one underneath there. Let's see if we can get that nice shot of the egg yolk. Yeah, that's just about right. So it's a little firm down the bottom, but there's a lot of yolk there that's burst out and it's going to go all over the place. That's going to be really nice for mopping up with the hash brown and the toast and everything, isn't it? So let's give the egg a little try. So we'll get some of the yolk, some of the white there. That's how I did pre-salt this, so that's always good. You need a little bit of salt on your eggs. And that is a nice tasting egg. It does have a little bit of crisp around the outside. Now I prefer my eggs not cooked that way, but it's not like a sort of burnt crisp here. It's just a little bit. So, yeah, that's not a problem. Sometimes when they're too crispy around the edges, I don't know, it just gives the wrong kind of mouthfeel with the egg, doesn't it? The egg should be kind of soft and unctuous, but that still is good, and it has a really good flavour. These are obviously going to be local eggs from a local producer. These aren't ones you're picking up in your Tesco or your Aldi shop. And in fact, I mentioned it'll go nicely with a hash brown, didn't I? So let's give that a little try. Egg and hash brown together. Kind of a bit like egg and chips, isn't it? That really works. That's good. And another little bit then. Okay, what haven't we tried yet? So we got the tomato here. Just one half of tomato. Like I said, it does look nicely cooked through. Nice little bit of charring on the top there. And what I don't like when you come to breakfasts is where the tomato is kind of barely warm. And it's almost like having it as a salad. These are all hot items. You need the tomato to be hot and cooked through. And that is. It's juicy, tasty. Like I said, that little bit of charring on the outside of it really adds to the flavour. That is a very, very nice tomato. The beans here in this little ramekin. Now, I don't know what brand of beans these are. They look a little sort of darker in colour than the regular beans. I don't know if anything's been added to this sauce or not. Let's give them a try. Even though I've been yapping on for a few minutes here, they're still steaming away. Nice and hot. A good flavour to that sauce. And with the beans, they're that good consistency too. You've got the individual beans. They're not all mushed up or anything, so they've clearly not been sort of sat around for a while or microwaved or anything. They've got their structural integrity, as I like to say. That's really good. Right, last but by no means least, we have the toast. Now, I was given an option of granary toast or white toast, and you know me, healthy kind of guy, aren't I? Went for granary. I just like the taste of it sometimes, so we'll give that a try. Again, really nice, thick slice of toast. Nicely toasted. Yeah, that's decent. And again, you could put your egg on top of that, couldn't you, or your beans. I'm probably just going to eat it as it is, but I've got to say, overall, the quality of the produce on this breakfast is really, really good. And you expect that, don't you, when you come to a sort of farm shop, cafe kind of place. You are expecting kind of butcher's quality sausages and bacon, local eggs, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I've got to say, I'm impressed. Now that I've tried everything, time to add a little bit of brown sauce. I do like brown sauce to go on my sausages and my bacon. Let's give that a try then, with the brown sauce on. That's great. And of course they're using branded sauces here as well. HP sauce, Heinz ketchup, not scrimping. Oh, these sausages are great. And let's not forget, we're going to wash it down with some tea as well, aren't we? Is there a better combination than a full English breakfast and a nice cup of Rosie Lee? I don't think so. Beans on the toast. That's what we're after. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Now, I know a lot of folk in foreign climes think the beans on toast thing is absolute madness. But let me tell you, you've just got to try it. It's such a delicious combination of flavours. The sauce on the beans, a bit of buttered toast. It just works together really well. I mean, if you think about it, if you eat a burrito, you've got a kind of bready wrap kind of thing with beans inside, haven't you? What's the difference? It's great. Like I say, it's nice to have it on a little breakfast here, but I do enjoy beans on toast for lunch too. Classic, simple British comfort food. So just a few mushrooms left there, a bit of toast, everything else devoured. That was delicious. So I'm just going to sit here, finish off my tea, get the bill, and we'll talk about it all outside. Right then, folks, what a great little find this place has been. A fabulous breakfast, really nice produce, cooked really well. I mean, all right, I didn't eat the mushrooms, but no one expected me to eat the mushrooms, did you? Everything else got devoured. Onto the bill. £3.50 for a pot of tea for one, and I did get 2 and a little bit cups out of that. And the large breakfast with granary toast, £13.95. Total of £17.45. No service charge, of course, in a place like this, but absolutely great service. I had 2 different people looking after me at different times during the meal. Both of them really, really friendly, really, really happy to chat. And in fact, I found out a little bit more about the business, how it came into being and whatever. Apparently, the wife of the couple just drove past this place one day, saw it for sale, and bought it, and told her husband when she got home. Don't get any ideas, Mrs. Greeno, whatever you do. But yeah, I gotta say, this is the sort of place, when you're thinking about the sort of Jeremy Clarkson ethos of supporting your local farmers, supporting your local businesses, this place here, the Grazing Cow, just outside of Honiton, is exactly the sort of place you guys should be supporting. You don't have to drive all the way up to Oxfordshire, to Jeremy Clarkson's boozer or his farm shop. These kind of places, wherever you are in the country, are right on your doorstep, and they're banging out great food. You can come in, buy the stuff in the farm shop to take home, and they really, really appreciate the business. They really do. They're so friendly here, and I'm sure they are at all the local farm shops in your area. So get out there and support those guys. So let's get on to the score, shall we? Do you know what? I don't think there's anything I can fault about this place. Like I say, I didn't eat the mushrooms, but that's on me, not on the way they were cooked. Everything else, top quality, really nice, friendly service, and a very, very nice little restaurant to sit in and eat. It's an easy 5 out of 5 for me. No faults at all with it whatsoever. Does it get Greeno's green light? You bet your life it does. Get yourself down here. If you're in this local area, if you're sort of on the Dorset Devon border or a little bit further into Devon, this place is on a main road that's going along sort of along the south coast, if you like, the A35. You'll pass it all the time if you're in that neck of the woods. Stop, have a breakfast, have a lunch, slice of cake and a cup of tea or whatever. These guys will really appreciate that support, like I say. One of the easiest Greeno's green lights I've given so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to click a thumbs up on your way out. And if you'd like to subscribe, well, you know I'm always grateful to each and every one of you that sticks around to see some more of the content. So where am I off to next? Well, you'll have to watch the videos to find out, won't you? I'll see you soon.